5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And it's live.
This is Leicester Till I Die TV. Watch and subscribe on YouTube and listen on your podcast platform.
Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good day. How are we all? This is LTID TV. We are Leicester Till I Die TV for our full name. It's easy to say LTID TV. Try to say that 3 times faster. Bet you can't. How are we all doing? It is the preview show. It is 9 o'clock. And it is the preview for Friday night's game against West Bromwich Albion, or WBA, because apparently our presenters on Leicester City, the website, like to do the abbreviations. Still twerks me that they call Preston North End PNE. Why? Anyway, how are we all doing? Are we excited? Friday night under the lights? I mean, it used to be European nights for Leicester, but we're back in the Championship. We'll take it as it is. I've got the lovely guest Sooty in the background. He is waiting, having a nervous beverage, a bit of Dutch courage, because he knows he's going to get absolutely slaughtered on this show. No, he's not really. He's a lovely guy. I've had a laugh with him backstage. He's a bit pressed for time, so you're going to get fast forward mode from me, which is absolutely brilliant. But let's bring him in and let's get talking. Friday night football, Leicester versus West Brom. Sooty!
Hello.
How you doing?
Not too bad. I want to say good evening to all the Foxes fans and good evening to any Baggies fans that might be listening. So, hope you're all well.
Oh, look at that. What a gracious guest already. He's already coming in and asking people to say hello. He's saying hello to you all. And if there is some Baggies fans in, make sure you're going to give our Leicester boys some stick. They love a bit of banter. Obviously, don't take it too far. Banter's banter. Don't cross the line. But apart from that, Sooty, are you keeping well, my friend?
I'm very well, very busy with work. 7 days pretty much. So, yeah, but it's all gravy. So, looking forward to watching the game tomorrow. It should be a good one. It's one that I class as a derby. It's Friday night under the lights at the Hawthorns. It should be a good one, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, like you said, it's one of them grasped at straws derby, because we had the Birmingham game against Birmingham on Sky as well, and obviously we had the Coventry one on Saturday, and it's kind of like it's what I call the media derby, because it is a derby because obviously you're part of the Midlands, you're West, but you're part of the Midlands. Yeah. But it's not as close as obviously, you and Villa and Wolves and obviously us.
No, that's right, yeah.
Derby. But it is still a big game, and we have got a bit of a recent scalp over you. I'll just quickly mention, I'm guessing you're after revenge on Friday night after we did the double the last time we was in the Championship.
100% we're after 3 points tomorrow. That goes without saying.
And I bet you don't like the look of Harry Winks, do you?
Like that again?
So I bet you don't want Harry Winks on the pitch after his goal that won it at your place. Oh, dear. Right, well, I mean, we are back in the division. We both have new managers. We spoke a little bit backstage about it. We've taken on Martí Cifuentes, who obviously is prior time at QPR in the Championship. You've got a bit bolder in your choice. A few seasons now in the Championship, about 4 or 5 years now. You've been back in the Championship. Feelings on Ryan Mason? I know he's new, but we had Enzo, 2 seasons prior, who was fresh off, being an assistant manager. He had that spell at Tottenham. under the wings. Have you seen any of that? Have you seen any of his learnings from his time at Tottenham? What's your take?
Yeah, I mean, I've watched all the games, and I've got to say, most of the games, or if not most of the games, maybe apart from last week, I think we've been the better team when we played we played the opposition. I do worry about certain parts of our team. But I think generally we've played quite well, I mean, I look at the table, I think there's only 1 point in it between Leicester and the Baggies. So, I mean, it's been a decent start after obviously the last owner with Guwich and Lai. It was always going to be a case of us rebuilding from the bottom, and we are rebuilding. But, there's definitely progression. I'd like to see a few more goals. I think we're pretty much solid in defence. I worry about the pace. But, at the end of the day, we're 7th in the league. I know it's only early doors, but, it's been decent. It's been okay.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's early doors. And I know in terms of experience, we've got different managers, but it's the same sort of thing for us. I mean, our manager is not just only new. We had a big clear out of players, and he was brought in. Okay, technically he was in charge for the last pre-season game, but me and Chris both say that wasn't really a chance for him to do anything. If anything, it was sit in the stands or wherever he was watching it and just analyse what he's got. And even then, a few of them players are no longer here anyway. So it was kind of like a bit redundant, if you will. It's early settings. No one's. I mean, maybe Middlesbrough at the moment are sort of pulling away at the moment, but like you said, you've just come off the back of, I think it was Derby and Middlesbrough, who was that was a tough game going. Playing Middlesbrough. Yeah. Did you lose to Derby or did you beat them?
So I watched the game against Derby, and it was one of them infuriating games. So we played well. And I think I said to my nephew, it was one of them where you just know what was going to happen. So we had dominated the game. I think we hit the crossbar about 3 times. And then the last minute, their first shot on target, they scored. And I said to my nephew, this is going to be 1-0. This is one of them games where you can just see it's going to be a smash and grab. Fair play to Derby. But, we shouldn't have lost that game. We should have won it comfortably. However, like I say to you, it's for me, with the Albion, it's the goals. We've got a striker sitting on the bench, Josh Madger, who is a goal scorer. He's playing Hegerberg, which, he's a good player. But to me, he's not an out-and-out goal scorer. So, maybe Madger needs to get more game time because he is a goal scorer.
Yeah, and well, I won't say anything because I've given you the rundown on what we're going to do quickly through this show. I mean, you talked about Leicester and West Brom. You're 7th, but you are a point behind. Not just Leicester, but there's like 3 or 4 teams on 11 points. It's very close. I've found a winner in the M69 derby, and I always say if your derby's named after a motorway, it's a massive derby. So we played Coventry in the M69 derby. Now you look at the league table. Had we managed to find a goal, we could have been sat in second, and then it feels a bit more, daunting, a bit more expectation, if you will, on Leicester potentially in this game. But as you said, it was quite level heading, and I mean, it's Ryan Mason's first major job. Sorry about my nose; it's itching. I've got dry skin on.
No problem.
Ryan Mason's first major job. You obviously suffered relegation in 2020-21 from Premier League. You've been out of there for a while. You finished 9th last season. I'm going to quickly talk about. I've mentioned a few teams: Ipswich, Southampton, and the most notable of the lot, Sheffield United. Now, we've seen in this crazy division, some teams can go from the bottom, struggling at Christmas, and make a break and get in the playoffs. Absolutely. Is this the chance, whilst them teams are finding their feet for not just Leicester, obviously we're hoping the same, but is this a chance where West Brom can break that hoodoo and maybe really give themselves a stronghold in the Championship, in the playoffs? Is that your expectation this season, given the failings of the big favourites, or are you still kind of like a ninth and higher finish will do for his first season?
Well, that's a really good question. That's a really good question. West Bromwich Albion are a big club. They're historically they are a traditional club. That and it sort of broke everybody's heart at the club with what happened with our previous owner. How we dried the club with the finance and literally stripped our assets and whatever. So now we're under new ownership, new stewardship, with a guy who is there every game. He's got a big interest in the club, but we've got to be realistic. And listen, we all want our clubs to do well, but we've all got to be realistic with where we're at, But with looking at the Championship, listen, the Championship is probably the hardest division in Europe, and it's probably arguably one of the most exciting in Europe as well, because it's full on. It's full on. It's about what you've got in terms of our squad depth. Now we have got some players. We've got some really good players. There's still quite a few players that are injured, like Banny. We've just signed Collier from Manchester United, who I think will be starting soon. We've got, like I say, we've got Madge, who's coming back from injury, who could score goals. So there are players there. My expectation, I'm a Baggies fan, it would be minimum of playoffs. However, it wouldn't surprise me if we finished 9th and 10th, and I wouldn't be too disappointed because I know that we're on a building block coming back to, from the previous owner. So it will take time, But ask me if we're good enough to get in the playoffs. I think we probably are, I think we probably are.
Yeah, you know what? It's nice to have a level-headed opinion on your own club, because we try as fans, don't we? Especially when we're doing stuff like this, to be as unbiased as we can. Obviously, we're going to be biased to some degree because they're our clubs, but it's nice though, because that's there was a lot of outside feeling with Leicester that if we don't get this point deduction, which we still don't know if it could come in, when it's going to come in, if we will get one again or not. But, outside might have looked at our squad and gone, oh, well, they've got to be, either just missing out on automatic or they've got to be automatic. And us Leicester fans, with everything that transpiring, that was happening, we knew we was going to be getting a new manager because there was no way on God's green earth that Rude could survive his job past that cut-off point, which we all we were waiting for. A lot of Leicester fans, maybe not now, but the season's got going. I don't know if their opinions have changed, but it was kind of like playoffs 8th and higher. As long as you're not a million miles off 6 coming in. If you're like 5, you want to be.
What we've got to remember is, you look at the Championship to me, and there's some big clubs in that Championship. There's some really big clubs in that Championship, and let's not forget the Championship is a tough league. Yeah. I was talking to my mother and my nephew just before I come on air, and we've got a game Wednesday and we've got a game Saturday. So we're starting to go back into 3 games a week. It is a tough division. We love it. As we get towards the winter, it's going to be about squad depth when you get injuries and, who you've got coming in. It's an exciting league, and I'm really looking forward to tomorrow's game, because any night game under the lights at the Hawthorns is pretty special, especially if it's a derby, which tomorrow night it is.
Yeah, and this will be, and this is probably a relief to you, but a sadness to Leicester fans. This will be the first time since he's retired, the Hawthorns won't have the pleasure of a Jamie Vardy shithousery. How do you feel about that? You love the wind up. You love the wind up. But this is the first one.
No, you know what? He was a great player, but he was like, listen, if he'd have played for the Albion, I'd have loved him. But when
Yeah.
he plays against your team, you know, like in there, you know what I mean? But no, he's a great striker. What a player. What a player.
Oh, well, at least you're modest enough to say that about him. We appreciate it. But yeah,
Brilliant player. Brilliant striker.
There was a meme of a picture that went around about a woman, and she looked a little bit like Kerry Katona, and she gave him the bird. She flipped him off. And I bet she's glad he's not going to be there next time round. But that was funny. We've had a lot of meetings, past and present. Now these are only league meetings, I believe. I use it's 11v11 for it. I'm pretty sure this is overall meetings. I think they include cups in these. We've had now this is a little preview for the quiz we're going to do in about 10 minutes time. We've met each other 118 times in our entire history.
Right. Now you're going to ask me. Go on.
Okay. 118 times.
Yeah.
How many wins do you reckon West Brom have managed?
119.
Yes.
You're going to throw it right back in my face that you can tell.
No, you might be surprised. You might be surprised.
I'd say we've got the upper hand.
You say who's got the upper hand?
We have.
Okay, take a guess for me then. Go on. Really? Take a guess.
Wins. All right then. So
Just remember, I'll give you a clue. It's between 1 and 118.
Okay, let me think. So I'd say 64 to the Albion.
Oh, you're not a million miles away. It's not that high, but it's 51. You were in and around that area.
So you beat us more, or we beat you?
No, Leicester have won 43 times. There has been 24 draws. And Albion have won 51. Although we have won our last 9 games in a row against you. I'm just saying. You haven't beaten us in 9 years. All good things come to an end, I guess. But, you haven't beaten us since 2016.
You've had Jamie Vardy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, now we've got Patson Daka. He'll terrify you. I mean, mainly because his shot might go into Rose Ed, but he'll terrify you. Just remember that.
You just want to have Josh Madrido come on tomorrow.
Oh, well, there you go then. Right then. This is the part you don't want, no fan wants, but this is just for fun. And I need an answer from you. We're going to play Would You Rather. Now,
Go on then. Oh, no. I know what you're going to ask me.
Yeah,
no, you're not going to ask me. You're going to ask me about Villa and Wolves. I know what you're going to do.
I might be, but I've tried to be nice as well, because this could bite me in the eye. Okay.
Go on then. Go on.
Would you rather never get promoted, but Aston Villa never win a trophy, or would you rather never beat Villa again, but Villa never make European football?
What was the first one?
So the first one is you never get promoted, but Villa never win a trophy for the rest of their life. There you go. You'd rather stay in a championship and see Villa never win.
I love the championship.
There you go. Dedicate. See, I was nice to you. I gave you a nice. Make sure they have.
Just don't ask me who I'd rather win out of Villa and Wolves, please.
Trust me, you'd rather them both lose. Same with us. Right, so it is Friday night. You have had seen all your 6 games this season, so we don't really know what to expect. But tell us, as Leicester fans, as if you're a little mole, being an insider, letting us know. Marty's watching live, so it's all right. What can we expect from?
Okay, so what you can expect, what you can expect is pretty tight at the back. A lot of possession football. Isaac Price, watch out for Isaac Price. Definitely. Watch Isaac Price, 100%. And if Josh Madden gets to come on, then we'll get to start. Because I know our manager was talking about, I think it was about 2 weeks ago, and I was thinking he was going to start the last game, to be honest, and I was disappointed that he didn't. So Josh Madden is nearly back. So, Josh Madger, Isaac Price, Chris Mepham and Nat Stevens have been brilliant. George Campbell's been brilliant. So, it's going to be a great game. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a full house. It's going to be a Midlands derby, and I can't wait. Cannot wait. I look forward to it, but you get me excited now.
Yeah, well, that's what we aim to do. We aim to please.
What do you expect defeat? There you go.
There you go. So you're going to be tight at the back, and you're going to keep the ball off us, which is interesting because that could frustrate Leicester. Because the way Coventry played against us for the first half, they were quite forward, and we got in behind and had a lot of joy in behind them.
Yeah.
I mean, factory, the poor left back for Coventry. Well, I say poor left back, I don't really care. But the left back for Coventry, McShane.
What was his name?
Shafe, I think it was, or something like that. He got dragged off because Fatu was forced into early retirement. He was skinning him alive that much down that side. But when they went more compact and a bit more defensive and were happy to take the 0-0, we struggled to create. So that could be a few issues. You could frustrate it.
I'll say this to them as well. We struggled to score goals. That's my main worry. That's my worry.
So if you're going to put a bet on, and we don't endorse gambling here, and when the fun stops, but go 0-0 because it sounds like both of us struggled to score. Oh, of course. Well, I might be asking you that just to confirm it.
Okay.
It might be. Right then. I know you're a busy man. You've got some work things to do. So we're going to skip right on ahead to what I like to call true or false. Or as I've called it, West Brom, right or wrong. So you can say right, wrong, true, false, however you want to answer it. 5 easy-ish questions. I've tried to get a bit less gentle with the questions going on. Are you ready for a true or false West Brom edition?
Absolutely.
Okay. I'll just let you know now. If you score 5 out of 5, you've beaten a Birmingham fan. So you'll be a little bit happy.
I've got a bit of blue nose.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
A foot in both camps. True or false? Jeff Horsfield has played for both Leicester and West Bromwich Albion.
False.
So you think Jeff Horsfield has not played for both Leicester and West Brom?
He played for the West Brom. He played for Blues. I don't think he played for Leicester, did he?
Well, you said false, and you'd be wrong. He was on loan.
Oh, my days.
He played 13
That's a bad start, isn't it?
Yeah, he played 13 times. Yeah,
I didn't know. Well, you've got me there, mate.
Yeah. He played 13 times for Leicester, and if I remember rightly, he scored on his debut against Coventry.
13 times. No wonder I bloody
Yeah. Okay. Oh, well, now I feel a bit bad because I don't know how the rest of these questions. You might know them, you might not. I think you should know this one, though. Commonly known as the Baggies or the Albion, another nickname for West Brom is the Throssels.
Throssels.
So, is that true or false?
True.
Yeah, I'm not even going to waste. You answered it before I even finished the question, so I'll give you the point. Yeah, you're right. It is true. That is very well. Okay, then. Now then, question number 3 is normally my little banana skin.
Oh.
True or false? West Brom have reached 11 FA Cup finals, winning 5 of them.
We've won 5. I know we've won 5. We've won 5. I don't think we've been to 11 finals, though. I'll say false.
You said false with a little bit of confidence, and you was right to do so. You have you have a 50-50 record in the FA Cup. 10 finals made, 5 won.
I didn't think it was 11.
Well, you was right to do so. There is one 11 though, and it's 11 Heaven. It's Jamie Vardy. I thought I'd mention his name again.
We're thinking about him.
Question 4 for you. Okay. West Brom have played at their home ground, the Hawthorns, since 1901.
Sure, it was 1900.
Well, if you're sure about that, it's obviously got to be false, hasn't it?
False.
You're sticking with false.
100%.
You are correct, sir. It is false. It was 1900. Well, then you should get this. You should get this because you have mentioned this person before. I'm not going to say who, but you've mentioned the name. West Brom's current top goal scorer, I believe this is in the league, so it might be in the cup, I don't know, is Isaac Price. No, true then? We're saying true?
100%.
Well, the Birmingham fan got 4 out of 5. And you had an awful start getting the first one wrong. You was on 3 out of 5. You needed to get that last question right to get 4 out of 5. And I can tell you, you got it right. You did. It's Isaac. Because your centre forward has the most assists, and I nearly put him down for your assists, but I wanted to be nice for that last question.
Fair play.
Sooty, well done. You are 4 out of 5. Good news is that puts you joint second on the leaderboard. Bad news is everybody else got 5 out of 5. So it is what it is. Sooty, before I let you go, actually, 2 questions. Yeah. 2 last ones. Score prediction.
For tomorrow.
Yeah, for tomorrow.
I'm going to go West Brom 1, Leicester 0.
You're going to go 1-0 to the Baggies. I've gone 1-1. Second of all, you've helped us out massively tonight. I know you've done it on a rush from work and you've got things to sort out. So just quickly, if you have a channel or anything like that, where can people get hold of you if they want to get hold of you to do other things for you or speak West Brom?
Yeah, so I'm pretty big on social media. I'm pretty big on Facebook, on Instagram. I'm on Instagram as Function Events because I used to be a big club promoter back in the day. On Facebook, I've got various platforms, Neil Sooty Sutera, and then obviously on X. So, yeah. Yeah,
well, there you go, guys. You want to follow Sooty. You won't find Sue, Sweep or Scampy on there, but he is on Facebook and Instagram.
You never know, you might do.
Oh, you might do. That is true. You never know these days, do you? You never know.
That's right.
There's a logo idea, though, for you. There you go. Sooty, there you go. Sooty, thanks for coming on, mate. I know
it's been brilliant. I've enjoyed it.
Good. I'm glad you've enjoyed it. I know you're pressed for time. You've got some calls still to make late on in the day.
Work calls. I'm a painter. I've got my own painting company, so I paint in the day and then it's clients talking at night.
There you go, folks. You want to lick a paint around your house? Sooty's your man.
Sooty's the man.
Sooty's the man. Thanks, Sooty, for coming on. Really.
See you later.
Take care.
And you.
Bye, Sooty. Sorry, I cut him off there. How rude of me. Sooty was absolute gen. I know it's a short show today. Normally we do try and do these in hours, but Sooty's a working man. I'm sure you can appreciate. He's got things to do. But it's been a lovely show. I hope you're all ready. I hope you're all excited for Friday night under the lights. It's going to be a good one, isn't it, folks? It might have been a short show, and that's easy for me to say, apparently. But join us tomorrow night. He says, trying to remember what time the kickoff's at 8 o'clock. He says, questionably. I'm such ever the professional. I believe it's tomorrow. I'm just gonna get the watching minutes up. Don't mind me. I'm smarter than I look. I don't look that smart. Yes, Chris will be doing the watch along tomorrow. So make sure you are here for 7 o'clock, maybe 7:30, because it's a late one. I know it doesn't normally start an hour beforehand when it's a late one. But join us live for the watch along where Chris will be on board and he will be bringing you the best commentary you need, isn't it? Cheers, Prashant. I'm sure that was to Sooty as well, but yeah, we're looking forward to it. So yeah, Make sure if you are new, you've hit the like button, you've hit the little bell to turn all the notifications on. You've made sure it's giving you all the notifications, haven't you? You have, haven't you? Because it's set to personalise, and if you don't set it at all, you'll miss the live stream. You don't want to do that, do you? You'd have to be a 24-carat plonker to miss that. See you tomorrow night, guys. I'm going to try and be on for the post-match briefly, but if not, you'll get the lovely Chris back, which is better than seeing this ugly mug. If I don't see you tomorrow, I'll see you next time. Take care, everybody. Good night.
Thanks for watching. These videos are tremendous. You better like them too, or I'll be back.
This podcast is proud to be part of the TalkSport Fan Network.
TalkSport. Powered by fans.
That will conclude this evening's entertainment.